Hi, I'm Dr. Maureen Walker, Assistant Superintendent for Instruction. If you've ever wondered how schools receive funding from your property taxes or how to make sense of your tax bill, we're here to break it down in under 3 minutes. If you've got your tax bill ready, feel free to pull it out to look at your own numbers while following along with the example I'll be using to demonstrate with today. Property taxes are utilized to fund our operations and debt service funds, both of which you've learned about in a previous video in this series. Let's take a look at a typical Indiana property tax bill. While there are many parts, today we're going to focus on what directly impacts our schools. Your bill starts with the gross assessed value of your home. Then, deductions like the homestead deduction and supplemental homestead reduce that amount before the tax rate is applied. That lower number is what we call the net assessed value, or NAV. This is the amount to which the tax rate is applied. The NAV in Danville is increasing as new homes and businesses are being built. The higher the total assessed value in the community, the lower the rate can be reduced to raise the same amount of money. So steady growth in NAV can be helpful to schools as well as taxpayers. Every year, your local school district, like ours, sets a tax rate, which appears here on your bill in the school total line. For 2025, the school portion of the tax rate in this example is 1.2153%. This means for every $100 of assessed taxable value, about $1.22 goes to support our school corporation. The number is comprised of our operations amount and our debt service rates, both of which were explained in more detail in a previous video. Our corporation has worked hard to reduce this tax rate over the years, moving from a rate of $1.52 in 2018 to our current rate of $1.22. A quick note, because tax rates are applied to the net assessed value, it's possible for the tax rate to decrease, but the amount collected to increase. As you can see in this example, because this homeowner's property was assessed at a higher amount in 2025, the lower tax rate still resulted in more money being collected. Schools are just one piece of your total tax rate. Other portions go to the township, county, libraries, and more. But in this case, over 60% of the total property taxes support schools. These school tax dollars fund things like classified staff salaries, debt payments for our buildings, transportation, building maintenance, and safety. It's one funding mechanism we use to make sure every student, K through 12, has access to quality education. Now, let's talk about something really important that affects how much schools actually receive from property taxes: Indiana's property tax caps. Indiana law limits how much you can be taxed based on the type of property you own. 1% of assessed value for homestead properties or your primary residence, 2% for rental homes and farmland, and 3% for businesses and other property types. That means even if local governments, including schools, set a higher tax rate, your bill can't exceed these capped percentages unless voters approve a referendum. When your tax bill hits that cap, the difference is written off. This is called a circuit breaker credit. The taxpayer gets a discount, but schools and other local units receive less than what was originally billed. In Danville, this tax cap loss resulted in the schools receiving over $500,000 less in 2025 than what we would have brought in if the full tax amount had been collected. That shortfall can make it challenging to fund all the services our students rely on. So the big picture is this: your local property taxes are a vital part of school funding, and your bill reflects your community's commitment to students. Our final video of the series will cover the Rainy Day Fund. Thanks for being a part of our school community.